Hey everyone, today we're going to be going over 15 of the easiest Call of Duty Zombies maps we've ever seen over the years. Let's get into it. Starting things off as always with World at War, we have Shi No Numa. I shouldn't really have to explain why this is one of the easiest maps ever created, but for those who aren't familiar, let me do it anyways. Essentially, you will receive a dog round every 5 or 6 rounds. The one dwarf has 15 shots reserve and 3 in the mag. And you can kill basically every zombie every round due to the 24 zombie spawn rates. Essentially meaning that as long as you play your cards right, you literally can't run out of ammo on this map, in solo at the very least. For Hellhounds, you can just get a trench gun, as in World at War, the trench gun always instantly kills the dogs. So the only quote-unquote difficult thing on this map is just outlasting it. Next up we have Ascension in Black Ops 1. This was the easiest map in that game in my opinion due to the large open space. It wasn't the first DLC map to have large space, however Ascension was the only DLC map in my opinion that had little forced inconveniences. For Call of the Dead you had George, and whilst he's not too bad, I can understand that he is a bit of a nuisance. Shangri-La wasn't open at all and it had forced inconveniences all over the damn place. And Moon was kind of open, but you also had quite a few things to worry about, such as the excavators and the astronaut. Ascension was just a really easy map, easier than Kino was, and we already know how casual that map was. The only forced inconvenience on this map was the monkeys, but again, if they're really that big of an issue, then just get Jug and Quick Revive, nothing else, and still go to round 100. Enough said. Dire Eyes on release was one of the easiest zombies maps ever made due to how broken the Sliquifier was. You could literally end an entire round with just one shot due to the chain reaction. They did nerf the Sliquifier, however nowadays there is a glitch that you can use to unpatch the Sliquifier, making it as broken as it was on day one. And yeah, you can see where I'm going with this, right? You can literally end most of the round, if not all of it, with a single shot of this overpowered wonder weapon. You also have a huge amount of ammo, you have the bank, you have a fairly, easy boss zombie to deal with the jumping jacks. Dire Eyes is a very easy map, and my nomination for the easiest in Black Ops 2. Buried seems to be the fan favourite easy zombies map, and it's not hard to see why. This map has quite a lot of easy, noob-friendly features, such as the bank, the paralyzer which literally allows you to fly, the time bomb which allows you to Uno reverse card any bad luck or downs that you get, the Witch's House which can give you extra perks, and a high round strategy which, whilst simple, actually has a little bit of challenge, though really not that much. You basically sit in a corner and slowly refill your buildables. It's not like Kino or 5 where you actually have to train to some extent. With this, you just sit in a corner with your imaginary friends. Eisendrache was basically a casual version of Origins, and it's also very easy. There's really not much difficulty to this map, nor complexity when it comes to building the shield, the Ragnaroks, or the bows. The bows do take a little bit of time, especially if it's your first time. However, with enough practice, you can get literally everything on this map set up by round 12. High rounds are not that hard either due to how strong the wonder weapons are. The only difficult thing on this map is the Panzer, but even then you can shred him with death machines. Eisendrache is probably one of the easiest maps that this game has to offer. Although the honour of the most easy map in Black Ops 3 has to go to Revelations. This map is just insane. Where do I even begin? First of all, you have 2 of the most powerful wonder weapons of all time on the same map, and you can have them both at the same time. The Apothicon Servant and the Thunder Gun are very insane wonder weapons, both spotting infinite damage and can kill more than an entire horde of zombies in one shot. You also have the Arnies, the Ragnaroks, you can get all the perks due to Gobblegums as well as in-game features. Sure, the map does throw a lot of boss enemies at you, the most of any Black Ops 3 map. However, the Thunder Gun makes short work of all of them, and the Servant can make short work of some of them. This map overall is just the noob map when it comes to Black Ops 3. While Zombies Chronicles was a no-nonsense improvement over the maps that were featured in the DLC pack, an unfortunate side effect is that it did make maps that were already really easy even easier. Take Kino de Toten for example, you have the Thunder Gun and very good spaces to train on the stage. However, with Widow's Wine, Stamina Up, etc., as well as Gobblegums, you could now train in areas that were previously a death sentence, such as the alleyway, making an already easy map that much easier. As I previously mentioned, I would never consider the original Moon to be an easy map. However, the Chronicles version is actually very different. You can hack drops to make them into max ammos, just like before, and use the hacker to basically control the map. However, with Gobblegums, you will never have to return to Area 51 ever again, as if you go down, you can just pop a Gobblegum, get your perks back, and you're right back to killing the zombies. This map is really easy, honestly, and one of the most insane maps in the Zombies Chronicles remasters. Maybe a controversial take, but I think the Black Ops 3 Chronicles version of Origins is a very easy map. Origins was a bit of a challenge, having things like the Mud and the Panzer and some relatively complex wonder weapons to make. However, I would argue that the staffs really aren't that bad. They take a little bit of time, sure, but they're not that difficult to make, and the Chronicles version with Gobblegums, etc. just make the setting up process that much easier, and going for high rounds that less stressful. There's no traps on this map, meaning that you need everything that you can get, and the Gobblegums just help you out. Overall, a very easy map if you know what you're doing. Black Ops 4 Zombies maps were generally all very easy due to how exploitable the new systems were, and there's no better example than Classified. You can literally get to a high round on this map by camping in a corner with the zombie shield. You don't even need to pack a punch or open all of the map, you just sit in a corner with a shield, and with the right perk combinations you will be unkillable. Really, what else is there to say? How about the strategy where you can use Ethereal Razor and Electric Burst coupled with a Ballistic Knife to make it to literally whatever round you want, with Alpha Omega being the main culprit for exploiting this strategy. Seriously, a non-upgraded Ballistic Knife getting to round 100. What the f? The strategy that most of you were expecting, however, was the Helion Salvo. Where to begin, honestly? This weapon is probably the most powerful weapon in all of COD Zombies. It's that strong. You can just get PhD Slider, camp with this thing, and you will be unkillable. On all maps, this is a necessary weapon to run. However, on Tag de Toten, there is a one-window strategy on top of the ship that literally takes the piss. You can fire this weapon and just be unkillable. Black Ops 4, what the fuck were you thinking? I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Jug was not this overpowered. The easy train isn't slowing down, as now we have Cold War Zombies, and these maps are just as easy, debatably even easier. Starting with Maschine, you have one of the most OP camping spots in Zombies history. You can literally just camp on this damn rooftop with the zombies spawning in front of you. You can buy ammo if you need it, you've got a lot of equipment at your disposal. If you want to train, that's very good as well. You can use the spawn room, which is literally the biggest spawn room we've ever seen, aside from Outbreak technically. But you also have an insane amount of strategies on this map. If you get in trouble, you can just throw a Casimir or use a chopper gunner. Maschine is debatably one of the easiest maps ever created. Mauer de Toten may have more boss enemies to throw at you than Maschine, however that's basically where the difficulty spike ends. You have an insane wonder weapon at your disposal, which is basically just a laser beam, quite literally, that will shred almost anything that you come across. You have an insane amount of space to work with. The boss enemies, whilst there's more in quantity, they're really not that difficult to kill, and they really don't pose much of a threat to you. Just like other Cold War maps, you have a ridiculous amount of things at your disposal, which lend credit towards how easy this map can be, and how easy this game mode is overall. I don't want to repeat myself too much, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Forsaken is literally just more of the same. You have an insane amount of space to work with, very overpowered training spots and camping strats alike. Sure, you have an insane amount of boss enemies at your disposal, just like Revelations, but Ring of Fire and the Death Machine or Ray Guns or whatever you like will make short work of them. This is not the easiest map in the game, however, it's still very easy. Alright guys, well that's everything for now. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, shorts and streams just like this one. Thanks guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.